There's not much I'd change. The only thing I think I'd like to change if it was possible, but it's not possible, is I lost my wife when she was 56 years of age, married 37 years, had a daughter and a son, and I like her to still be here, but that cannot be. So life goes on, and no, nothing I would change I can think of. I'm a happy guy. I always have been happy. I've always been complimented on my attitude, because my attitude always has been good. I always think positive. Everything's blue sky with me. Blue sky. I'm a positive thinker. Nothing on the negative side. They made a man out of me. That's what I'm going to tell you. I went in as a 19-year-old child, so to speak. They'll say when you're 18 you're a man. I was 19 years old, and this out of high school, and I was a year out of high school. And the 4 years of service, I developed me into a young man. It gave me a lot of sense of pride. I advanced in rank rather rapidly, so I got out at a good rate. It just gave me a sense of pride to be able to serve for my country and be able to go places and do things and pay attention. And the biggest thing I loved about the Air Force is I learned discipline. I learned discipline. When I got up in the morning, my bed better be made. The floor better be swept. You learn discipline, which is a great, great thing for a young man. I know a lot of young people today that are not that way. They get out of bed and the bed's all piled up in the ball and they don't touch it. So I love to learn. I love the discipline. You had to do what they told you to do. You get up at 4:30 every morning and you'll fall out, but you had to learn to take orders. And for a young man, that's a good thing. Well, not really. I'd say maybe when I first got married and my daughter was born and then my son come along and I wasn't making a lot of money. That's why I went to work the pizza parlor to make extra money, and that helped a lot. But I would say probably that was a little bit of a struggle, but I got through it because I always thought positive. I'll do better than this, do better than this. And when I went in the insurance business, that was the key, because I always believed, when I worked in the post office, until I thought about struggling, I've always been the kind of person that I do my 8 hours work, and then some people do 8 hours work, but they don't do it very much. And I say, I get paid the same amount of money, and he gets paid the same amount of money. I do all this, and he or she doesn't do anything. So when the opportunity came to go in the insurance business, it was right down my alley, because I always have believed in the harder I work, the more I'm going to get paid. If I work hard, I'm going to make more money. I'm going to get paid for what I do. And that was really a key. So when I went in the insurance business in 1961, that ended my struggles, so to speak. The first year was tough, but after that, it was a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. I call it an opportunity, which it is an opportunity, because if you just work hard and talk to people, you're going to make a nice living. If they get a chance to get an education, and they have the knowledge to be able to go on, to get an education, I think it's coming to the point where you have to have some kind of education to survive in this world, to make an income. That would be my advice. If you're college, if you are college material, you know whether or not you are. If not, go to junior college. But anyway, yes, I would advise anybody to get an education if they can. If they can afford it, if they can do it, do it. My other advice to anybody that doesn't do that would be try to get, if you can, try to get an occupation. I always have said, be wonderful. If we had a trade school, you need to learn to trade. Young men do need to learn a trade. Whereas by learning a trade, you can become very sufficient in income, like a carpenter, a plumber, electrician, all those types of different trades. You go to trade school and learn a trade. A tile man, a cement man, a bricklayer. Those people always have good jobs, and not many of them are unemployed. If you don't do that, you just can't linger. Once you got out of school, my next advice is, here it's coming, I would join the service, one branch, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Army. You'll learn a lot, and you'll love yourself for it when you get out. I strongly believe any young man getting out of high school today, if he hasn't got anything to work for, nothing in the future, join the service. Join it. Go in for 2 years, 4 years. When you get out, you'll thank me over and over and over.
I'm in South Florida.
I'm Jose Sanchez. I'm Paul Sanchez.